Mr. Ambassador from Belarus, if I may ask, uh, we mentioned a little bit about Eurasia, right? Looking ahead, how should Indonesia think or perceive Belarus within the broader Eurasian economic and strategic landscape? Do we see Belarus more as an individual bilateral economic partner, or perhaps as a gateway or as a doorway into the broader Eurasian Economic Union?
Thank you very much for your question. Indeed, we see ourselves as a gateway to the Eurasian Economic Union. Last year, during the chairmanship of Belarus in the Eurasian Economic Union, we made a major achievement. The Free Trade Area Agreement between Indonesia and the EU was signed, and we are looking forward to the swift ratification process of this agreement and to the speedy entry into force of this agreement, which will open up many opportunities for business cooperation, because the tariffs will significantly decrease or just be zero on over 90% of categories of products. So it will open opportunities for both Belarusian businesses and Indonesian businessmen to enter Belarus as a gateway. And we consider Indonesia in our turn as a strategic partner in the region of Southeast Asia. And also we would like to increase our economic cooperation with Indonesia. And I believe that the potential is still untapped for this cooperation. And coming back to commenting on what my colleague, His Excellency, Ambassador of the Russian Federation said, I can just concur that Belarus and Indonesia share the same vision of a more inclusive global order based on mutual respect, free from intimidation, sanctions, and pressure. In the recent years, we look more and more at the countries of the global south, and we see a special role and position of Indonesia in the region. 2 years ago, we joined the Shanghai Cooperation Organization and became partner of BRICS. And I believe that now we have even more venues, more possibilities for dialogue, for cooperation, which is developing very well between Belarus and Indonesia at the highest level. We are thankful for the visit of His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, President of Indonesia, to Belarus last year. There were contacts on the level of leaders at other venue, and I believe this is a very good foundation for our future cooperation.
Thank you.
Sorry, Anthony, can I maybe add a little bit? Mr. Roman, if I'm not mistaken, the lower house of Belarusian parliament already ratified this free trade agreement with Indonesia.
Yes, it went already in the first reading through the lower chamber of the Belarusian parliament. So the process is going on.
So this is also very important because, yes, the FTA have been signed last year, in last December, but of course, I believe so businessmen understand that it should be implemented when it should be, an implementation of this FTA should be started when it will be ratified by all the 6 participants, 5 member states of EU and Indonesia. So Belarus is the first one who made this step. Russian government already sent this document of ratification also to the lower chamber of Russian parliament. So I hope if Indonesia also will join this process and do it timely, and if by the end of this year we will manage to ratify this document, so it will mean that really 90% of all goods from EU member states and from Indonesia will be free of any tariffs, and I hope it will make a very important impact to the development of our bilateral trade and maybe investment also.